Anybody who's ever published a book will know, have an idea what it takes to get this together. Well, there was a team: Gertie Foley, Mary Carr, Stephen Brady, and Fintan Mc Mahon. And I won't call them voodoo dolls, I'll call them drama dolls. But for the last year and a half, at least, maybe more, Gertie and Mary and Steve had these little dolls made in the image and likeness of Fintan. And at all hours of the day and night, they go,
Stick pins in it.
I have to get back to the desk and the computer, and he'd be back. And Fintan has had nightmares, daymares, and everything else in between. Labour pains. He'd stir his tea, and he'd see kind of all these commas floating about, you know. He'd cut a slice of bread, and he'd see exclamation marks in front of him. I mean, it was, you know, I couldn't put in words, really, the amount of work this man has put into this book. And it takes that kind of dedication to end up with a book like this. So, Fintan, gorgeous, well done. And may I ask you, the midnight oil was burned everywhere.
Thank you, Liamy. I just want to thank the small committee, Gertie, Mary Carr and Steve, for their tremendous work over the last year and a half. My name is on the book, but there are dozens of people behind that name. And those three over there are the most prominent of those. Thank you. I just want to mention Gertie for a moment because she drove me relentlessly. There's a comma out of place there. There's a double space between there. Did you phone so-and-so? Is that how Liamy Mc Nally spells his name? But in truth, I needed to be driven. And if I was the driver, he was the engine. I didn't have a good engine, I had a great engine. I also want to thank the General Committee of the Drama Group for their encouragement and support from the very outset. I want to thank especially more senior members that I have been talking to over the last year and a half. And as Martin says, I'm delighted to see Mary Angela Kelly. I'm delighted to see Mary Flanagan and Linda Collins here, who were extremely courteous to me anytime I called. I also want to thank three gentlemen who were also unfailingly courteous to me anytime I called. And one of them is Frank Dolan. Another one is Pat Cawley. And Pat Tracy, who had me here, was also unfailingly courteous to me. Never once did I experience any level of discomfort or I was upsetting their day in any way when I called to see those. I also want to thank the photographers who kindly lent photographs for publication in the book. As well as Frank, it's Liam Lyons, who's here tonight. Thank you. Conor McEwen and Michael McLaughlin as well. I want to thank the proofreaders, A. Clark and Stephen Burns, who were terrific in reading the original drafts of the play, together with Gertie and Liamy. And I know Gertie and Liamy spent many long hours in the final proofs. In the unlikely event that you find a floating comment or a split infinitive that shouldn't be split, keep it to yourself. I want to thank my partner and soulmate, Finola, for her. She does not want to hear the words drama or book for the next time. As Martin says, we were mindful of the deceased members of the group, and I'm not going to name them all. Martin's already done that. It's good to see young members of the group coming through as well, and just a few of the names that I have here: David Foley, Bronya Berry, Rebecca Malone, Martin Roger Hughes, Paul Dunning and Daniel McNamara. Now I have included those last two just to be on the safe side, because young is relative. I took this on, I suppose 3 years ago now, 4 years ago, knowing that the 50th was coming up, and it was a major milestone. It was a pity to let it pass without recording the history of Rambo over the years. I treated it as being non-personalised. In other words, I didn't impose my opinions of what was a good performance or what was a good play in the main, but there were exceptional plays and there were exceptional performances down the years. Before my time, there was the Honey Spike and Martin, remember those. There was Johnny Belenza, Plowing the Stars in 1983, Big Maggie, which you saw here, Dancing in Rooms at Dry Rot, with Michael John MacDonald, The Country Boy, Blood Brothers, Then, which you saw a clip of that, Awake in the West, of course. And my involvement started in 1977, where the group were looking for a serious actor with a long pedigree of drama, good looking and so on. It was a show waiting.
It ticked all the boxes, Fintan.
The truth was they were really stuck for somebody to play a small part. Looks didn't matter, no experience necessary. I was actually waiting. That was in 38 years ago, in this very room. Well, maybe a bit back there. In the play General John Regan, directed by the late Penny. And I've enjoyed the last 38 years, learned a lot, made a lot of friends. And as Martin said, it was great to be able to see it coming from the page to the stage with the bonus of entertaining hundreds of people as in the process. I agree with Martin entirely that the place of the drama group stands beside any other group in the community, football teams, where people come together with a common purpose to entertain and be entertained themselves. I'd just like to thank the people who provided the hospitality tonight, Marion, Brona, Regina, Rosie, Paul, and so on. And thanks for coming tonight, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.